Good evening, this is Mr. Bubbles from CHEERSTATS, and this is the Medium Coed Division Breakdown. Want to know why California Black Ops placed 6th? Do you want to know why Prodigy Midnight placed 4th? Arguably two of the best teams in the division? The secret is in the Coed tosses. Stay tuned to find out. There were 8 teams at NCAA that competed in the Medium Coed division. We're only going to investigate 5 of them today. We're going to start with Cheer Extreme Smoex in 3rd. They scored 4 perfect 10s on day 2. Ace Cheer Company, Warriors, scored a 98.6. One of the highest stunt difficulty scores, one of the highest Coed quantity scores. And Ace Cheer Company has kind of been underrated. So this silver medal performance is pretty good. And in first place we had Woodlands Elite Black Ops, which scored a 99.2 raw score, had a 0.25 deduction. The final score was a 98.95 on day 2. Had one of the highest Coed quantity scores at a 4.8. One of the highest scores in pyramid difficulty and standing tumbling as well with a 5.0. Besides the top 3 teams in the division, I wanted to bring also in Prodigy Midnight and California Allstars Black Ops. Prodigy Midnight placed 4th and California Allstars Black Ops placed 6th. Alright, so let's break it down. First, we'll analyze the stunts. Smoex with a hand in hand. A high TikTok, high TikTok. 360 switch to air best, which is pretty clean. Some fancy wiggle right there. Shimmy and a double up. That was pretty clean with a creative bodyline and a unique dismount. In this elite, they throw 2 level appropriate skills and 4 elite level appropriate skills. The judges scored for difficulty was a 4.9. Technique score was a 4.8. The total score of a 9.7. Ace Cheer Company Warriors. Pretty basic 360 to stretch, not perfectly executed, a little sloppy, timing's off. Look up to Jesus. Inversion to one leg, bodyline, quarter turn maybe. Not sure if they're going to get credit for that. Full twist and switch up. Not too shabby. Ace Cheer Company Warriors had 1 level appropriate skill and 4 elite level appropriate. And somehow they scored a 5.0 in stunt difficulty and a 5.0 in execution, giving them a perfect 10 in their stunts. Double ups, a little bubble right there. Pretty bow and arrow. A high inverted switch up. High TikTok, bodyline to bodyline. Some transitions. Some sloppy motions, an inversion from prep level, which is kind of the same thing. Another high TikTok to a different bodyline. Not too bad, kind of repetitive. Woodlands Elite throws 1 level appropriate skill and 5 elite level appropriate skills. Stunt difficulty 4.9, stunt execution technique 5.0, giving them a 9.9. Not too shabby. Prodigy Midnight. I love that little circle twirl. 360, this is different. I like seeing different things. Some motion sass. What looked like it was about to be a downward inversion, but it doesn't. I love this inversion. That is an actual inversion. That is very difficult. They remind me of Brandon Senior Black, the way they stunt. Very clean, very strong, very confident. Double up right there. Very strong. Throws 1 non-level appropriate skill, 2 level appropriate, and 3 elite level appropriate skills, giving them a 5.0 in difficulty and a 4.9 in technique. California Allstars Black Ops. Strong motions. Pretty strong lines. That was pretty solid right there. Motions are a little off. Whoa. Lines. I think that's pretty good. A couple bobbles. Ooh, twirly twirl to a bow and arrow and to a double down. Impressive stretch double downs are much harder than that air best double down. 2 level appropriate, 4 elite level appropriate, giving them a stunt difficulty of a 5.0 and a 4.8. stunt technique score. These stacked up on each other. It doesn't quite make sense to me that Smoex is throwing one more level appropriate skill as opposed to Warriors, but they got a 1/10 less of the stunt difficulty score. Same as Woodlands Elite. I believe their stunt is the hardest, in my opinion, but they scored a 4.9. Technique scores I'll go over in a whole other video. For the Coed quantity, Smoex threw a quarter turn lib, Ace Cheer Warriors threw a quarter turn lib, Woodlands Elite threw a quarter turn lib, Prodigy Midnight threw a quarter turn lib, and California Allstars threw an assisted toss full up. Quarter turn lib should score at a 4.8, which you see Smoex scoring. Ace Cheer Warriors scored a 4.4. Why did they score a 4.4, you say? You can see right here, because the spotter touched it, it no longer counts as 4 unassisted, only 3, which you need 4, so they fell under the assisted quarter turn libs, which is a 4.4. Even though Smoex here, you can see, this fool on the right doesn't even have the foot, but no one touched it, so it still counts as unassisted, even though it's poorly executed. So them messing up that one toss Coed stunt caused them 4/10. And now a quick commercial break. If you've already watched everything on Netflix and Disney Plus, check out Fork and Rod, A Cheerleading Story. Cheerleading documentary about CheerForce Infinity's tragic year last year. Part 1 is on this channel. Go ahead and give that a go. Forewarning, it is pretty heavy, but the ending is pretty beautiful. Back to the breakdown. Woodlands Elite threw a quarter turn lib. They scored a 4.8. They hit, obviously, with one girl toss quarter turn lib. Girl holding it down. Had a girl. Prodigy Midnight threw a quarter turn lib, but they only scored a 4.0. That counted as a stunt fall. Right there, so they lost 0.75 deduction. On top of that, they didn't hit the Coed quantity because only 3 of them hit, so they dropped down to a 4.0. If they hit that for the fall, they would have had a 98.3. Add 8 more tenths to that, you would have had a 99.1, putting them at the top. The biggest heartbreaker was California All-Stars Black Ops. They do toss full-ups, 4 of them being assisted. Assisted toss full-ups fall under the category of 4.6, so why didn't they score 4.6? Well, I'm not quite sure why they didn't score 4.6. Why did they lose points for something that they did? What is this? I assume why they got a 3.5 is because they did not count this one on the right here. In order for a Coed toss to count, the base needs to be completely underneath the top gear. Here, you can see the main base steps off to the side and it shares the weight with his side spot. And if they gave them a 3.5 because of this, I'm sorry, but if I was the coach, I would be pretty upset. I'm sure there was a lot of arguing going in there because that definitely is a 4.6 toss stunt. They throw the hardest toss stunt in the division, but they scored 1.3 points less than everyone else. They really got screwed over right there. They double down pop off of it. Anyways, next we will compare the pyramid score. Cheer Extreme Smoex. Basket section right into the pyramid, a little flip-de-doo. Back full, that was nice. Inversion up to a paper doll structure. 360 ticks down to the ground. Tick-tocks to another structure and to another structure. An inversion. Ooh, and a backwards flip. Little switcheroo into a final hit. That was entertaining to watch. That's very up and downy with a back layout transfer to bases. Not bad. Scored a 5.0 on difficulty and 5.0 in execution. Ace Cheer Company Warriors. The little structure that starts in the back with front folds, a lot of high tick-tocks. Some inversions. Backflip, side semi. Inversion up. Tick-tocks to arabesque. Not as flashy as Smoex, but still doing plenty of skills with a final hit at the very end. Ace Cheer Company scored a 4.8 on difficulty, which I would agree with, and then a 5.0 on technique. Woodlands Elite hitting a structure with 2 boy preps with a boy front X, paper doll structure, backflip, 1.5, 1.5, inversion up to extension, which I'm pretty sure is level 4 right there. Front folds and more 360 ticks. Bird front. Back split kick. Woodlands Elite scored a 5.0 on pyramid difficulty and 5.0 on technique. I like that pyramid. So far, like Smoex is the most. Midnight Pyramid. Ooh, that was very impressive. That actually caught me off guard, I forgot. Back halves, front full. Toss over. Not level appropriate. Double up. Inversion. Paper doll. 360 ticks. Senior Elite does it better. High TikToks with four bird fronts. That's pretty cool. I like that. Prodigy Allstars Midnight, they scored a 5.0 on difficulty, 5.0 on technique, and I definitely agree. That pyramid looked the hardest to me. And then California Allstars Black Ops. Front foes that transfer bases, that's pretty impressive. Hand in hand with a split. I like that. Not fully tossed to the top. With more front falls. Bird fronts. That looks very impressive, but I'm pretty sure you could do that in level 4. Some more fancy kind of stuff. Not too great. Not my favorite. They got a 4.8 on pyramid difficulty and 4.8 on pyramid execution.
Moving on to baskets. The minimum requirement for baskets in medium Coed with 30 kids is 4 baskets. Smoex throws 5 baskets, 1 hitch kick double, 3 kick doubles, and 1 kick double. Ace Cheer Warriors throw 4 baskets, 4 kick doubles. Very hard. Woodlands Elite Black Ops throws 5 kick doubles. Midnight, 6 kick doubles. And again, if you throw the minimum requirement, you automatically get a 5.0 in toss difficulty. So them throwing 5 and them throwing 6 really does nothing for their score except for
nothing.
California Black Ops 7. And again, them throwing 3 extra does not give them any more stunt difficulty. Just 3 more opportunities to mess up their technique score. They throw 4 kick doubles, 2 hitch kick doubles, or 1 kick double. If you come look at the scores, Smoex scored a perfect 10, Ace scored a perfect 10, Woodlands Elite scored a perfect 10, Midnight scored a perfect 10, and California Black Ops scored a 9.8. Because they threw 3 extra, that was 3 extra opportunities to mess up the technique score, and they lost 2 tenths. I'm gonna skip over jumps because I don't care. I hate jumps. For standing tumbling, Smoex throws 38 total elite level passes. 16 falls going at one time, which is pretty impressive.
Got 3 to doubles right there. More 3 to doubles. 2 to full whip doubles. And a 2 to double whip double. Bounce back. Round off handspring double.
Ace Cheer Warriors throws 38 tumbling passes, same as Smoex. 21 falls going at one time. 5 more than Smoex. Woodlands Elite Black Ops throws 38 passes as well. Elite level passes with 19 falls going at the same time. Plus jumps to back. Which, again, I don't really know if it counts. I'm not quite sure. If anyone can clear that up for me, I'd appreciate it, because I'm still kind of confused why teams are still throwing it. Prodigy Midnight throws 30 elite level passes. 13 standing falls going at one time. California Allstars Black Ops throws 38, plus jumps to back. Same as Woodlands Elite. And yeah, if we go look at the difficulty scores, Smoex throwing 38 scores a 5.0. Ace Cheer Warriors throws 38, throws a 4.8. And I don't know. The whole purpose of these videos is to explain who throws what and where they should be scored, as opposed to where they are scored. Because I believe cheerleading is very underdeveloped, and I believe these videos are going to help give feedback to our industry leaders to be better and to be on their game more, because people are paying a lot of money to do this, to compete at these competitions. Smoex and Ace Cheer Warriors throw the same amount of elite level tumbling passes. Ace Cheer Warriors is getting out of 2/10 of the score. That's not fair. If someone's throwing the same amount of elite level passes, they should score the same. And if they shouldn't, you should clarify how you're going to score it. Anyways, they scored a 4.8. Woodlands Elite throws 38 tumbling passes plus jumps to back, 5.0. Midnight, 30 passes, a 4.9. California Black Ops throws 38 plus jumps to back, 5.0. Smoex with a 5.0 execution with a perfect 10. Ace Cheer Warriors, a 4.8. execution, leaving them with a 9.6, pretty low score. Woodlands Elite 5.0, perfect 10. Prodigy Midnight 4.9, technique score with a 9.8. California Allstars Black Ops 4.6 with a total of a 9.6, pretty low. They gave them the difficulty, they did not execute. Running tumbling. Smoex throws 27 elite level passes, 5.0. Ace Cheer Warriors 26, 4.8. Woodlands Elite 29, 5.0. Prodigy Midnight 31 passes, 5.0. California Allstars Black Ops 31, 5.0. Smoex with a 4.8 technique score, leaving them with a 9.8. Warriors 4.9 execution score, 9.7, pretty low again. Woodlands Elite 4.8. 9.8. Prodigy Midnight 4.8, leaving them with a 9.8. And California All-Stars Black Ops 4.6. So the main purpose of these videos is to, 1, educate, and 2, to push the sport to grow. This division breakdown was pretty fun. I think it's a little more interesting. Let me know how you think, what you want me to do next. My name is Mr. Bubbles. I love cheer when I'm not doing it. If you enjoyed this video, share it with somebody that you think might like it. Like this video so the YouTube robot algorithm helps other people find me. The numbers don't lie. This is CHEERSTATS. My name is Mr. Bubbles. Thank you for your time.
Once was a clock that ran out of time. And when he ran out of time, the clock would stop ticking. And every time he stopped ticking, the clock's maker would pick him up and rewind him so he could tick again. Over and over this would happen. Time after time. Like clockwork.
Every team says they're a family, but I don't know, Nfinity is just a different breed. It's, like we say, it's a lifestyle, and it's something that once you're truly a part of this family, you don't leave. You might be trying to hang up your shoes, but your heart's always here for us. And it's very clear that we're always going to be a family no matter what.